Alright, I think I am live. 1 second. At least that is what my phone is telling me. 1 sec, I'm trying to get everything adjusted. Yes? So I'm trying this in a different mode, which is why I'm having trouble. So 1 second, bear with, please. I'm trying to get it so you can see more. Yes, really. Let's see if I was successful. Can anybody see me? And can anybody see if the space is bigger than it normally is? Hi, Lise. How are you? I'm trying something new, which means we're going to have some technical difficulties, as always. So, we'll get it, won't we? Alrighty. So let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to move stuff down a little bit because it was adjusted for the other way. And we're going to see if that is better. Wait for the delay. And hopefully, let's readjust a little. 1 second, you guys. I'm sorry. One of these days it's going to go perfectly and nobody will know what to do, right? So I'm trying to see if I'm adjusted correctly or not now. And if not, I am so close, huh? Let me just scooch down just a tiny bit more. Alright. Okay, hi Linda. Hey Lise. Yeah, I'm trying to see if going landscape does a little better for you guys. But I'm going to tell you a funny story. I put it in backwards and the stupid phone holder hit the button on the phone and turned it off. So, there's always something, isn't there? So, anyway, so tonight we are actually doing a new technique called thumping. Yes, really. It's a technique I saw on Split Coast, and I thought just the name of it alone is worth it. So I'm just getting some stuff cleaned up around here so we can actually do this technique. But I just thought the name alone was worth everything. So, alrighty, so let me, now that I got things situated. So, first I'm going to show you it with just doing a simple thing, and then I'm going to show it to you, let's see, on a whole card, shall we say. So I'm going to show you the technique first. So this is Sweet Sugar Plum that I'm using, and the marker is Elegant Eggplant. It doesn't have to be a specific shade, it doesn't have to be anything like that. What you do need, because you're doing a marbling effect basically, so what you do need with this is you need a lighter shade to stamp with and a darker shade that you're going to use on your marker. So this is from, what's that? Timeless Textures. This is the filigree out of it, and I'm just going to flip this around and do it again so you can see and catch on to this great technique. So all of our ink pads, well, not all, I'm sorry, I misspoke. So basic black and basic gray are like a waterproof mascara in the sense of they are not going to come back to life when you huff on them, and you'll understand in a minute. So most of our inks are water-based, which means you can pretty much let them set and breathe on them like you're cleaning a pair of glasses, and you can bring them back to life, for lack of better terms. So, and have it be something you can use. Awesome, right? And there's my phone, of course, right? All right, let's mute that so I don't have to hear it a bunch of times. Alrighty, so here is my filigree, and I've stamped it with Sweet Sugar Plum, and this is Elegant Eggplant, and here comes the thumping part. Okay, so you're going to take the brush side of your marker, and you are literally, and you're going to take the side of it, because if you do it on the point, you're going to have, well, your marker is going to get scared, right? because it'll be frayed. Ha! Okay, I'm done with the jokes. All right, so what you're going to do is you're literally going to thump it on the side. And you're going to thump and you're going to thump. Wherever you want, like a marbling kind of look, is what you're going to do. Okay? So I'm just coming across and, you know, none of them are going to look the same unless you're that measured, but I'm not. And you're just going to dot and do until it's right or until you get tired of dotting. Or thumping, shall we say. So that's what we're doing. Now what you're going to do is you're going to breathe on this stamp and then we're going to stamp on this Whisper White cardstock, okay? So here we go. You hear my breath? All right, so now I'm just going to take it and like every good stamper, I have lines and all that, but you can see how it's marbled there, right? So another hint for you, and I don't know how many serious stampers we have here, but when you stamp, you want to let the ink soak in for 3 to 5 seconds when you're stamping. So don't be in a huge rush because you won't get the full imprint of that image and it won't be quite as clear. Okay, so you definitely want to take your time, have a glass of wine while you're stamping, shall we say. Yeah, what's in your mug tonight? I just finished dinner, so I don't have much in my mug because I actually ran inside and did this. So, alrighty, so for the card, we have Whisper White, the thick cardstock, already pre-cut and scored, of course. You know, when you're bored, cut a bunch of these, so when you actually want to stamp, you actually have it all done. Alright, this is Delightful Dijon, cut in a mat size, which would be 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then our Whisper White, if I can speak, is cut in, you guessed it, 3 3/4 by 5, which is 1/4 inch down from the last one. Okay, so I'm going to move this stuff. Alright, so I've got a whole stack of inks here, and I've got some markers. Here's the reason why. Because we're making this card, right? So if we're making this card, I thought these dots came out really cool with the darker and the lighter. Not quite the same marbling effect as this. So you can see how the technique is really supposed to go, but I thought this kind of almost made it look like there was water flowing up the stem. Maybe I've been, you know, smelling the ink too much today. I don't know. Alright, so we've got that. So we're going to do Pear Pizzazz, and then the marker for the darker dots, say that 3 times fast, is Garden Green. And then for the flower, we've got Delightful Dijon and Chocolate Chip. Couldn't remember if it was espresso or chocolate chip. So we've got a chocolate chip, almost said espresso, for the flower. And then the words are done in Cajun Craze, as well as my back stamp. Can't forget your back stamp. We got to know who it's coming from, right? So, alrighty, so we're going to start with these leaves here. And we're going to open up Pear Pizzazz. Alright. And depending on if you like to go like this or like this, position your ink pad, you know, appropriately, shall we say. Alright, so I am just, yes, I am a tapper. I don't smush or anything else. You can do whatever you need to do. Alright, and then I'm going to grab my brush tip. And every few dots, I'm just going to tap. Or thump, right? Because we're thumping tonight. Alright, so we're going to do this. And we're just going to do some dots. And this to me makes it look like movement, or that the water or the nutrients are going up to the flower, but you can do whatever you want, of course. And you need to hit the actual stamp and not the base of it, because then you'll get a dot like I did. And that's okay, because it's not going to show, but when you clean, you'll just have to make sure to do some deeper cleaning, because that's a miss, by the way, if you didn't know. So, oh well. Alrighty. Breathe on it. And my dog wants in now, and he wanted out as soon as I got home. So he's just going to have to wait till we're done here. That's all I'm going to say. So, alrighty. That is that. Yahoo. Alright, and You Are Totally Awesome is going to have to wait. Now what I did realize is I cut out this stupid thing, so I need to get some white. Yes, I forgot, I'm sorry. Hold on. Always something, isn't it? This is why I prepare for classes days and days in advance. Alrighty, and I got some scissors. Yes, they're my favorite scissors, and no, they're not Stampin' Up. That's okay. Alright, so I'm going to move this over. And I've got another piece of Whisper White because I forgot I needed a scratch piece. Alright. So I've got my Delightful Dijon flower. And I'm looking at my brush tip here. And I did a lot of the center here. So I'm just going to thump here. And then I am going to just run this down. And it'll give some accent to all these petals. Now realize that your ink is going to dry by the time you get all around this flower. And that's no big deal because you bring it back to life, right? Here is the problem. You can't see it as well when you get around to the other side, which translation means remember where you started. Because otherwise you might have some problems. So, or you keep going around till the whole thing's brown. Your choice, right? So, I'm going to close up this Delightful Dijon. And actually, I think I'm going to do this a little bit different and not do the Cajun Craze this time. Breathe on this. Alrighty, so I am going to stamp this flower close to the edge because I'm cutting it out. And that's what it looks like when you're done marbleizing, thumping, whatever you want to call it, okay? Yes, it's my dog and he's going to wait. It drives me crazy though. Alright, because yes, I'm the only one home, of course, right? Alrighty, so get rid of that extra scratch, and I'm actually going to close the screen because I have the feeling somebody's going to land in it. And since it's only me, guess who that's going to be? Alrighty, so I'm going to sit here and cut, and while we're cutting, we're going to do the same as last week, and we're going to talk about the events that are coming up. So I know there's Casino Night, it's 50 bucks a ticket, and Sandy's going to tell me that there's a great deal. If you bring somebody, you'll have 2 tickets for 100 bucks. But she said she's buying first round for Jello shots or something. So depending on how good the Jello shots are, that might be worth it. I don't know. So that's not this weekend, but next weekend. Let's see. So I've got that. And then what else is going on, you guys? There's got to be stuff going on. Boys and Girls Club, something, right? When is that bingo night coming up, please? Can you tell me? So let me scroll down and see what comments I have. 1 second. Yes, I went off the screen. I'm sorry. Hi, Randy. Oh, today's National Margarita Day, though. So you should have been going tonight. Nana, the kind of marker I used was a Stampin' Up! Right marker, is what it's called. But any water-based marker you can use that has a brush tip to it. Okay? So I hope that answers your question. Alrighty, so I have got my flower, and then I have got a stylus with a spongy mat. You can use an old mouse pad. This actually is a Stampin' Up! One. And so what I'm going to do is rub, but you're not going to rub so hard that you rub the first layer off like I just did. Okay? That's your tip. Don't go that hard. So the reason you're doing this is to soften up the fibers of the cardstock. And what you're going to do, that dog is going to drive me insane. Alright, so what you're going to do is soften up these fibers so that way your flower kind of curls up. okay? That's the why. So it kind of stays curled and it has a more natural look, if that's such a thing with paper. But, you know, it's just what we're going to do. Alrighty. So let's see here. Alright, almost around. Hold on a second. So there's Casino Night coming up. There's the Big Bloom coming up, which is April 1st, like a whole tour for the wildflowers kind of thing. And let's see what else is going on. I'm trying to think. Car show is coming up March 18th. I would love to see you guys out there. We've been working really hard on it, so I really would love to see some community support. Not that you don't already support me, but you know, that's all. So let's see here. Alrighty, so here's my flower. After you've kind of broken down the fibers, you just kind of bend this a little bit, get it going. And obviously you're going to take more time for it, so it's going to work out so much better for you. And you're not going to be live and running crazy, so it'll be fine. So what I do want to tell you though, I only did one on this and it kind of pivots at times. So I would really encourage you to put 2 dimensions on here. So, you know, when your dimensionals get some dust or, you know, whatever you want to say, your flower doesn't end up spinning in the wind. So that's what I'm going to tell you for that. Alright, so here I am pulling this off without cleaning it. Yes, I know. But I am putting my saying on, which is you are totally awesome. And, alright, ink it up, and I'm just going to line it up. Try not to mush your flower, because if you get too close, and that's what that's going to look like. I should probably leave this open, because I still got to stamp the back, don't I? Okay. Alrighty. So my card's going to fold like this with the front here, unless you're backwards, and then you could do it backwards. I don't care. Doesn't matter. It's your creation. So this is going to be... Alright, so I need a new back stamp, and Stampin' Up! Doesn't have them anymore, and I need the copyright on there as well. So if anybody has any suggestions, please let me know. Yes, really. I've been on rubberstamps.com, I've been on Vistaprint, but honestly, they were kind of giving me a hard time because of the whole copyright thing. So I do need that to be able to sell my cards. So, I don't know if I'm just stuck with what I'm stuck with, but I had an extra set, the set, you know, the stamp this and those kind of things, but I honestly, since some days I do 50 cards a day, I got tired of signing my name. I'm a little lazy in that respect. So this is what we're looking at. A little different from last time, obviously, because it's going to be different each time, right? So that is what we're doing, and that's what we've done, I should say. And so, yeah. Alrighty. So that is what we call thumping, okay? And yes, that's the real name of it. Is that a stylus from the scoreboard? Yes, Randy, it's a stylus from the scoreboard. I'm sorry I'm behind on the comments. I was busy stamping. So I kind of forgot about you, honestly. Yes, it's a stylus from the scoreboard. We used to be able to buy them separately. And if you can't find it from the scoreboard, you know, just get one. It doesn't matter. Obviously, try to get Stampin' Up, but I don't know if we sell them separately anymore. I don't think we do. So that's kind of a problem. But whatever. But they're floating around. And if not, go into the cake decorating section of Michael's if you can't find a stylus. You know, there's always, with the fondant stuff, there's always tools like that too. So, you know, if you can't make it work with Stampin' Up, go get your 40% off coupon and run down there. So, for me, it's a little bit more of a run than, you know, most normal people. So, alrighty, so those are my cards for tonight. We're almost at 30 minutes, so I probably should let you go. Ah, Etsy. That's a good idea. Thanks, Randy. Good idea. Thank you. And you'll see what I make with these. I don't know, when I get an idea for them. So I'll probably make them accents or something for a card. But I will post those probably in the next few days, by this weekend at least. And we will see what we get. So thank you for joining me. And let's see. Painting section 2. Thanks, Nana. Appreciate it. So I can't remember where everything is, right? So, well, I've enjoyed tonight. I hope. Not yay, you're welcome. Okay. Sure, Randy. I think we're both as punchy. Just as punchy as can be. You with doing your kitchen and me with running all over. So, oh well. Anyways, it's life, isn't it? So, alright, without anything else, I'm going to let this thing go. And I hope you enjoyed it tonight, and be looking in the next couple of days, and I'll post that finished card with the filigree. So, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great night. Oh, Johnny Stamps, www.johnnydaniel.stampinup.net. Thank you. Have a great night. Bye, Lise. Bye-bye.